Jasmine, hi. Got your Santiago final presentation up, and this is fantastic. This is really wow. I got some comments, of course, but I mean, this is really, you've done beautiful. This is a gorgeous presentation. It really is. I think that it's so easy to follow and so interesting. A lot of times I think that when the eye moves, the more eye movement there is on a page, I personally think that the weaker the page is. I think that the eye should flow smoothly through a page. But this works. Even though there's a lot of visual stops, this works. It really does. So great job. Layout looks gorgeous. The one thing I'm seeing a little bit of an inconsistency in your typographic treatment right now. For example, is this, there should be another, well, I don't know. I mean, if this is a major head, shouldn't there be another major head preceding it? Maybe introduction would be it. But if you're going to use them, that's big type right there. That's pretty big type. I think it's too big for the page. But it definitely it introduces what's happening in this page. You've done really, really good stuff. I think it's easy to look at. It's fun to look at. Ticket's gorgeous. I want to mention something about the logo itself. There's a couple of things I think are problematic. These are awesome. Outstanding job on the pictographs. I love them. Oh, I love them. Love them. Oh, these are fantastic. That's the first real look we've had at those, I think. And then here's your history or the progression of your logo, and that's excellent. But I would round that out by putting a final, just for kicks and grins so we can see it. This is really great logo development page. Final logo. That's good. That's good. Next page is fine. Okay, let's take a look at the final logo. And now your colors always RGB, CMYK equivalents, please. And also any spot colors you might be using, any Pantone colors, but you absolutely have to get your numbers in there. Now the logo itself, let's take a look at this as your final page. Listen, I notice you don't have a credits page. And that is really, really wait a second. No, I'm wrong. So sorry. Yeah, it looks like you got all your images credited too. Awesome. Great job. So sorry about that. Anyway, so let's take a good close look at the logo, shall we? A couple of issues, just want to mention, with logo itself, okay? Right now, the rings are competing very, very heavily with the mark. And only because, the reason I'm drawing this square is because they're kind of roughly the same size. So there's no real hierarchy there. I think the rings are too big. I watch my cursor up. I think the rings should be much, much, much smaller. Because that way this will look more like a single composition and less like three different levels of visual support. Do you see what I'm saying? You want this to look like one unified piece. The other problem I'm seeing, and typically in logo design, you want to stay away from gradients. And the reason is because they're just really difficult to do. I mean, I would say it would be reasonable to say that if you have gradients in a logo, you're going to get surprised somewhere along the line. Your gradient is not going to come out the way it's intended. And that's only because no two machines, like no two people, ever kind of really behave the same. Do you know what I'm saying? So whatever the output is, when you change output, there's a good chance that gradient could change. That's why I'm all for using either spot or process colors, solid colors with minimal effect. Okay. So anyways, I think that you pulled this off beautifully, and you're kind of a quiet student, but wow, this is awesome. I appreciate it. I had a great class. Thank you so much for playing your part in it. And if you have any questions in the future or any future needs here at RimCAD, please feel free to keep my contact information, and I'll see if I can help you in the future. All right. Thank you very much. Great job.